First time, CNN has interviewed a former member.
Fake news. The CNN's recent exclusive interview with who they claim is an ex-police officer in Xinjiang is the latest addition to a propaganda campaign to create a false narrative about Xinjiang.
Today, we uncover another common stunt perpetrated by many in the Western media, portraying an unverified account as completely 100% truthful.
Now, for the very first time, we speak to a Chinese police officer who claims knows something about the CNN video.
哦，这个搞这个大的，我们观众肯定认到的，还搞一个利息的。
他是谁？
Here we have Damo, a real police officer who is also a popular content creator with millions of followers on social media.
从这个人的走路形态等等综合的方面啊，对于我一个老民警来说，这个感觉不像。你通过我这个大脑门，对吧？你观众很快就认出哦，原来是这个人。对于他的所谓的这种马赛克叫遮挡啊，我们如果跟他生活过半年，甚至经常在视频里面看过，比如我包括视频前面观众经常看到我的这个大脑门，根本就是按照他这个戴一个墨镜、戴一个口罩，他根本就挡不住。但是话又说回来了，你们发现没有？他的口罩很刻意。我们正常戴的一个口罩是有一些弹力的，所以说他会刻意去绑了。我看那个视频，我觉得很诡异，就是他去绑了一个很短的口罩，去勒着这个脸，显得很肥胖、很压迫。就觉得这是新闻吗？这不是新闻，这是纪录片，这也不是纪录片，只能是营造两个氛围。第一，你们一定要相信我是警察，因为我穿了警服来了。第二个，我告诉你们这个事情绝对保密，非常非常的恐怖，非常非常悬，所以只能叫一部影视作品，而且还是有剧本的影视作品。
Look, one more detail. The former detective called himself Jiang in the CNN video, but here's a man who looks exactly the same appearing in summer at a Uyghur tribunal. The tribunal, which in fact is a private company of the NED-funded World Uyghur Congress, itself a creation of the US government. In the tribunal, he calls himself Wang Leizhan.
And in the kangaroo court, he completely contradicts the claim he made to CNN. In fact, all three people appearing in the CNN piece had given written and spoken statements to the Uyghur tribunal, but CNN never mentioned it.
出现这个情况的只有一个，就是导演不一样，剧本不一样，演员还是一样，所以这不叫正常的采访，也不叫采访一个人的经历，而是你要按照我剧本说，这就是翻车了。怎么看的？就是剧本写烂了呗。
This so-called police officer, Mr. Zhang, he has like 3 different versions of the same story now, and none of them match. So we know that they're lying. Their motivation is obviously not telling the truth. So if it turned out that they were getting paid, that would obviously be what is motivating them. And there could be political reasons that motivate them as well. A lot of them are involved in these US government-funded separatist organizations like the World Uyghur Congress, the Uyghur Human Rights Project, Campaign for Uyghurs. These are all funded by the US government.
Giving credibility to a witness whose account cannot be verified to fabricate a horrifying story is not a new practice for media outlets like CNN and the BBC.
But we've seen this before. We've seen CNN and the rest of the Western media, the BBC, Reuters, AP, AFP, all of them have taken turns doing this. It is very obvious that it's concerted. One organization being unprofessional and filing unverified reports, okay, maybe you could accept that they're just being sloppy journalists, but when they're all doing it, all of them without exception, then it's obviously concerted.
On social media, people point to the fallacies in the CNN videos and laugh at them.
Why do these media outlets keep inviting paid actors to spread fake news? They are muddying the water and polluting the minds of their audiences. And upon being unmasked as fake news, they do not even apologize. or recheck the disinformation they have let loose. I would call this cognitive pollution. The cognitive pollution chokes people's independent thought and damages honest journalism.
They tell these lies, they do their damage, and then after the damage is done, we find out, oh, it wasn't true. Like weapons of mass destruction in Iraq ahead of the 2003 invasion, for example.
Every attempt to dehumanize ethnic groups in Xinjiang and makes the place look horrifying might sell a story for a profit-hungry news network. But in a world where such tensions can lead to war, this disinformation is playing a dangerous game with real people's lives.
Because there's all of this focus on Xinjiang, a lot of companies do not want to hire Uyghur employees. So these are people who can't get jobs now because of these lies. And then what are they going to do if they cannot get jobs? They're going to go back to being unemployed, being impoverished. And these are the conditions that created extremism in Xinjiang to begin with. And this is what the West actually wants to do. They want to hurt the people in Xinjiang that they claim that they're defending. And they want to thrust the region back into instability. This is their goal.
给大家带来比较血腥的现场。既然我们要讲到马赛克打马的艺术，就是有时候一些交通事故现场就要让你们看到那些血淋淋的，你看到没？哎，就是这样子了。对。喂，干嘛呢你啊？我修车的，睡着了。你哥在下面都睡着了。下雨打伞干嘛？不要打那个伞，你打那个伞，我以为是搞什么东西的，吓我一跳。